Right, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about a situation where a TikToker's change of career has resulted in a bunch of backlash. This seems to be the most talked about thing on TikTok right now. Literally, when I'm scrolling down my For You page, every video is just a response video. And for this to all make sense, we have to give you a bit of a backstory here, right? So it's all revolving around this TikToker right here called Hub's Life. We can see he has about 900,000 followers, and the majority of his videos are kind of like day in the life videos. And the video's kind of revolved around having a 9-to-5 job. We can see the caption on this video says, day in the life of a guy with a 9-to-5. And if we play it, there's some music in the background, so I don't know if it'll be copyrighted, so I'm going to talk over it. And by the way, this video has about 20 million views, I think about 22 million views, and it shows his morning routine, right? So it's him going to work, we're in the office 4 days a week. He doesn't really talk throughout the majority of these videos. It is kind of just caption on screen, music in the background. I get a 1 hour lunch break, able to come home most days for lunch, and he's just showing his life. You kind of get the point. In another video, we can see him talking about his goal with making these videos. So he said, my goal with this page is to remind others that you are not alone. It's okay to work a normal job. It's okay to not be traveling the world or living on a yacht. It's okay if you haven't figured it all out yet, because the truth is, most of us haven't figured it out yet either. So that was kind of the message behind his page, and people loved it, right? He's got nearly 1 million followers. Some of these videos have got like upwards of 20 million views, a lot of them upwards of 10 million views. Most of them were getting like over 1 million views each time. There's another video here I'm going to show because it kind of comes up with like people's criticism and response videos. So the caption on screen says, when you build a following big enough to leave your 9-to-5, but your content revolves around the 9-to-5, so you can't quit your job. And the caption of the video says, in quotes, would you quit your job to do social media full time? I get this question all the time. The answer, no, I wouldn't quit my job to do this full time. I love my 9-to-5 as it provides health insurance, steady income, 401k, structure, career growth, opportunities, etc. I enjoy the people I work with and genuinely like the work that I do. I've been making videos for a very long time as a hobby and a passion of mine. I left the 9-to-5 years ago to pursue videography and social media full time for a startup company. I travel 2 to 3 weekends a month filming shows and content non-stop, while also filming and editing content throughout the week. Was making less money than I ever had and was working twice as hard. It got to the point of burnout and I started to lose the passion for video I always had. I realized that once my hobby became a job, it wasn't fun anymore. I ended up going back to corporate America and have never looked back. Taking the risk opened up my eyes to the beauty of having a good stable job. There is something to be said for stability and routine. I started documenting my normal everyday life through this account to serve as my creative outlet to my mundane office job. And now here we are. Moral of the story, you don't have to quit your job to pursue other passions. A 9-to-5 job is just a chapter in your story, not the entire book. Use a 9-to-5 to finance the life you truly want to live. And like I said, the only reason I'm reading that is because it comes up a lot in like the response videos that people have been making. A lot of people point out the fact that Hub's Life previously said that. And this was until Hub's Life decided to leave his job and pursue content creation full time. This is definitely where some people's interest in watching Hub's Life videos maybe started to go away a little bit. It's definitely got worse, as we'll see by some of the response videos more recently. And as we can see by this video, Hub's Life still kind of does the same videos, kind of doing like morning routines with music in the background, like text on screen and stuff like that, except now it's from the perspective of him doing like TikTok and content creation full time. So a lot of the videos are kind of like him going to the gym and like replying to emails and stuff like that. And now we get to the part that definitely seems to have resulted in a lot of these response videos. So Hub's Life recently went live on TikTok. Now on TikTok, you can donate to people, right? You can give them gifts and they come in the form of like roses and galaxies and stuff like this. Now, throughout this live stream, you're going to hear the word galaxy a lot throughout this, and I think for context, it's about $10 to $15. Now, a screen recording of this live stream was uploaded by an account called your.mad942. And in this live stream, it seems like Hub's Life definitely wants people to donate a galaxy.
Send a galaxy, bro. I gotta get a galaxy, guys. Send me something, man. That's how I'm making a living. I don't know if I saw a galaxy come through, man. I can't answer any of these. You gotta send me a galaxy, bro.
Yeah, so you'll notice like he says stuff like, oh, I can't answer any of these unless I get a galaxy, unless someone like kind of donates, I guess.
You gotta send me a galaxy, bro. Sam, thank you for the first gift. Roses on deck. I don't know, I think roses are like, not a galaxy. I wanna answer.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that one clip there is a joke, right? Where he's saying like, oh, thanks for the rose, which is donating some money. And then he goes on to say like, oh, but I don't think it's a galaxy. I hope he was joking there, because obviously that'd be incredibly ungrateful.
I want to answer all these questions, but I really can't right now. Sam, where's the galaxy, bro? I'll answer like 10 questions if you send a galaxy. You're gonna send me a galaxy or something. This is a lot more lucrative, and I get to work from anywhere in the world. Make money from my telephone. There be any investments other than 401k? You gotta send me a galaxy and I'll answer that.
yeah, I've got to say, right, it is slightly bizarre when he's saying stuff like, oh, I'll only answer your question if you send a galaxy. Again, I hope it's all one big joke. Maybe it doesn't seem like that's the case. We'll actually see Hub's live response as to why he was asking for galaxies so much in just a second, which also just so happened to be like a big talking point in a lot of people's response videos, which we'll get to.
That's the internet for you, dude. No one wants to see you doing better than them, right? I'm just a regular chill dude.
So yeah, you get the point, right? He's asking for donations on the live stream. Obviously, these like gifts, donations, whatever you want to call them on TikTok, is a part of it, right? A lot of people go live on TikTok and they get donated all the time. That's probably a big reason why a lot of people go on TikTok live. But I think there's a big difference between going on TikTok live and receiving these galaxies or roses, whatever it is, compared to going on TikTok live and saying, I'm only going to answer your very simple question if you send a galaxy, or when someone donates a rose instead, which is less money, you then respond saying, oh, but I don't think it's a galaxy. Now, here's the thing though. Hub's Live did end up responding to this, right? And we can actually see this comment here, which I believe is deleted because I can't find the original comment, but we can see on the next video on this Your Mad account, they actually replied to the comment. So it looks like the original comment said, it was donated to the flood victims, lol, what is this? Now, again, I do think it's really important to note here that I didn't see the comment myself as an actual TikTok comment, right? I'm only seeing it on this video here. But according to this, Hub's Live response is that it was being donated. Now, the Your Man TikTok account ended up responding to this, saying, why say this then, and played this clip.
Zach, I'm not begging for money, bro, but this is how I earn my living, so any little bit helps, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, his answer to that question definitely seems like the donations would be going to him, right? Saying, this is how I make my living.
I gotta get a galaxy, guys, if you want me to answer the tough questions. I know that sounds like greedy and stuff, but again, this is how I'm making my living now, guys.
So yeah, judging by the clips we saw there, again, I didn't see the full live stream, right? But judging from the clips we're seeing there, it does feel like the donations or gifts would be going to him. And this is why I'm trying to stress that I didn't see the original comment, right? Because obviously, if Hub's Life did come out and say, like, all the money was being donated to the flood victims, and then it wasn't, that would be, like, next level compared to everything else we spoke about so far. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there have been a lot of videos kind of talking about Hub's Life and this whole situation. Like, for example, there's a user called Escape the Slop who recently uploaded a video that's got 2 million views. In this video, he goes on to explain why he believes people are upset about the situation.
But what you did is you took a lot of people who were maybe coming to terms with this lifestyle or this existence, and you told them, like, no, like, this is okay. There is not shame in living like this. There's nothing wrong with living like this. You know, in the era of the internet, we don't all need to be someone special. In the era of the internet, it is still okay to just, like, earn an honest living.
And then actually goes on to describe what Hub's Life did as the greatest rug pull in the history of TikTok.
But then what you realize is earning an honest living kind of sucks. And working 9 to 5 in an office kind of sucks. So then you did what I would describe as one of the greatest intellectual frauds, perhaps the greatest rug pull in the history of TikTok, and you rugged your entire, like, community and audience, and you completely switched up on them, and basically everything you had been, like, saying about, like, no, like, I love this, it's normal, it's great, like, it wasn't true.
Yeah, so I definitely don't think it falls under, like, the rug pull category, right? I feel like that's something different, especially if we're just talking about, like, his content change. But I guess what he's trying to say here is that he, like, deceived his audience. And in fact, Escape the Slop goes on to say, like, of course people are going to be upset about this.
And for someone that is, like, struggling with their life and what it looks like and found, like, peace in what you were putting out, yeah, man, of course they're going to be upset about this. Like, this is not surprising, right? So this, like, double down you've done where you're like, yeah, like, everyone's switched up on me, got too many haters now, people just don't want to see me eat. Are you delusional, dude? No, like, no one cares that you're making marginally more money now, like, hawking Chinese white label products on your TikTok story and asking for galaxies. That's not why these people are upset. Dude, these people are upset because, like, the modern American office worker, like, that outlook is bleak. and you were giving people hope, and then you rug pulled them.
Yeah, I think when it comes to like the content change, if people who were interested in Hub's Life content before saw his new content and didn't find it as interesting and didn't want to watch any further, that's obviously very understandable. You watch whatever you want to watch. I don't think that part has to result in a bunch of hate or anything, right? He's kind of changed his content because of the change in career path. Maybe he went against like what he had said previously. But I think definitely the worst part of all of this that we spoke about so far is the donation thing. Especially if Hub's Life is claiming that it was going to be donated to flood victims and then potentially wasn't. And by the way, maybe it was, right? Even though his like live stream makes it seem as if it is going to be going to him, maybe it was donated. And if he did make that comment, I hope it was. But I think in terms of the accusations, that definitely seems to be the worst part about all of this to me. And in fact, Escape the Slop actually goes on to talk about that live stream.
Dude, I was watching your live. I tuned in, watched this guy's live the other night, and it was just honestly like absurd how out of touch he was. Dude, I screen recorded part of it because I was so shocked. And yeah, if I had been one of your followers, I'd be feeling pretty duped right now. If I had ever sent you money or like supported you financially somehow, I would be feeling absolutely duped right now. Especially for a savvy observer who has noticed that you have upgraded your vehicle and you're this and you're that. Yeah, dude, I'd be feeling pretty duped if I was sending you money and you were getting on TikTok live and saying, that's not enough. Gotta send more.
Now, another video I saw was uploaded by a creator called Jaminon, I believe that'll be pronounced. Like I said, there's so many videos that I could show here of people kind of responding to this whole situation, but we'd be here forever. But either way, this is what he had to say.
You work a 9 to 5 or you don't. And he was preaching a good message, but the millisecond that this guy started making more money off of social media than he was at his job, he quit his job. And now he's just begging for galaxies and gifts on his live. And I don't know, bro, this type of fall off has to be studied, because holy shit, he went from having an entire fan base that loved him for being authentic, for sharing his life, for being truthful to the person that he was, to a genuine shell of what he used to be. And I was watching clips of his live. Not only was he begging for galaxies, but when somebody would give him a gift that wasn't a galaxy, like a rose, he would be like, huh, that's not a galaxy, guys, what are we doing? Give me a galaxy. Are you serious?
And he even goes as far to say that Hub's Life was dishonest to his audience and is now insufferable.
What an ungrateful fuck. Oh my goodness. On top of that, you know, a lot of people say that he committed a rug pull. No, he didn't. We're forgetting what rug pull means. But I think that he was dishonest. That he was extremely dishonest with his audience, and that's why he's getting as much hate as he is. I'll clarify. Is that how you say it? His first message of just being a 9 to 5 worker and not dreading your life and hating every second of it was completely fine. That was a good message. He was just trying to live his life and share his experiences with other people. The second that he switched up, oh my goodness, he just became insufferable. And now he disabled his comments because he's just flooded with hate comments, which I'm not going to say he deserves it. It's not like he committed a cardinal sin, but he's definitely fucking lame.
Yeah, so you can see people have very strong opinions about the situation. Now, Hub's Life didn't upload a video for a few days, which seems to be uncommon for him. It seems like he uploads daily most of the time. He didn't upload for a few days. He is back to uploading now. They're kind of just similar to like his usual content, right? So it's like the morning routine stuff. And then there's another video very similar, again, where he's kind of doing like his morning routine stuff, as you can see here, like doing the laundry and stuff like that. Now, the comments are actually turned on in these videos because pretty much every video, other than the two most recent videos of Hub's Life, the comments are turned off now. And the comment section is definitely mixed, right? There's a lot of people that are still kind of against Hub's Life, like this one saying, unwind after what? Gave up a steady paycheck for this. But there is definitely a lot more people that are supporting Hub's Life now, like comments like this one saying, we still rocking with Hub's Life. I support you, Hub's Life. I don't understand the hate at all. Commenting so you get paid. I hope it all works out for you, man. We love you, Hub's Life. Let the haters fire away. Eventually they'll run out of ammo. So there definitely is a lot more people that seem to be on Hub's Life side now. And like I said, for me, the important bit here, like the main part, is the live stream. I mean, in the live stream itself, he really didn't come across well, right? Saying stuff like, oh, I need a galaxy to answer that question. Thanks for the roses, but it's not a galaxy. And I think especially the comments saying that the money's being donated to flood victims, I feel like if there's anything that he probably should address here, it is that, right? I feel like that comment definitely needs a bit of an explanation. The content switch side of things, again, like if someone's watching his content and doesn't like the new stuff because it's not him showing like his 9 to 5 job, Completely understandable. I don't think that really deserves like a bunch of hate or anything like that though. The live stream definitely seems to be the main part of all of this, to me at least, and I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below. If you agree with some of the people we heard in this video, do you disagree with the response videos? Just let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video, and I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel where we play games, react to reality shows, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, that's always linked in the description. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.